Look at this dude. Wait till you see the.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Hey guys, Mix here, and today we're back working with our mini quad. We are not working on the RM125 today because I am taking the crankshaft to a shop to get inspected. So obviously I can't reassemble the engine without a crankshaft, so we need to wait for that to be done. But in the meantime, we're going to be working on our quad here. And as you guys know, when I click the start button, sometimes it beeps, sometimes it does nothing. It's an on and off thing, and we've been trying to get this thing running. So I know some of you were saying that it's the battery, but I used the battery on my 1988 Honda Super Magna, and it always had enough voltage for it to start. It's just if you kept trying to start it, you just need to recharge it. And we know that the starter did spin just for a little while, but then it could have burnt out along with the solenoid. So I went ahead and ordered a new part for it. I first went ahead to order the starter solenoid, because that's the one that was beeping the whole time. That's the one causing the noise. If you put a screwdriver between the two bolts, no spark would happen. So it could be a dead solenoid, and I ordered one and it is here today. So we're gonna test that out and see what happens. It's just pretty big, so we'll just drop it down here on the table and we'll do a little unboxing. Take a look inside of this huge package. Just kidding, this is the smallest box ever made. But here's the starter solenoid, and it was pretty hard to find one that just had the two wires like the quad has, because usually it just has a white connector that you just plug right in with just two wires inside of that white connector. But this one has two individual wires that you need to plug in each individually. And I finally found this one, so we'll take it out of the bag and hook her up. So we just need to flip the quad around quick, just so we're not up against the fence working on it. So let's flip it around. And just like that, it is flipped. That edit probably sucked. That was my first time doing the snap thing. Now we have better access to the solenoid, so we'll get to replacing that. You just basically pull out these wires, unhook the two wires from the actual solenoid itself, then just re-bolt everything up and hook up these two wires again. The old one's out, now it's time for the new one. Solenoid is in. I still just gotta push down this boot just a little bit hard, because I'm sure it is an exact fit with this bracket and just like the little hooks around it. So I just need to push that down. It's not a big deal right now, but if I turn the key, it is still beeping. And I figured that something like this might just happen, so I went ahead and ordered a starter the day after I ordered this, and the starter is supposed to be here today. So hopefully we could get that in time to install it today and see if this thing will crank over, because if it's not the solenoid, then it's got to be the starter, like most of you guys said on last video. So I just went ahead and just ordered a brand new starter, just because the other one's all rusted out, doesn't look good. And just parts for this is just really cheap, so I might as well just get brand new parts instead of just like repairing the other one for just the same amount of price. So while I'm waiting for this part to come, I figured I'll show you guys some clips from the New York International Auto Show. I went there yesterday, and I figured that some of you guys might not have a chance to see those cars there, being on your location or anything. So I recorded and took some pictures and just some clips of the some of the cool cars that were at the show. So I'll do like a little montage type thing right now as I'm waiting for the parts to come. So enjoy the montage of the cars, and I'll see you guys once we have the starter.
And just levitate. No control over where we go, but we don't care to know. tears are gone, and they drifted back from where they came, and they will not be missed. Look up.
Yeah, it's pretty bumpy here, so don't hit your heads. There's no crying or bleeding in Jeeps.
Hold tight, you're ready to begin, and just levitate.
We are back here actually 2 days later because the package was delayed 2 days from its expected delivery. Usually USPS is on time with that, but I guess it was just delayed. But it's finally here, just came here, so we're gonna unbox it. Now hopefully it's the right part. It should be perfect, but you never know. So we'll just unbox it or unbag it and see how it looks. Hopefully it matches the other starter. It's the worst when you wait forever for a part to come. It's the wrong one. All right. Box in a bag. Oh, okay. This is a little different. Well, it looks the same, because this, I guess, is the spark plug. Spark plug boot. I think we just unplug this wire, or unscrew this wire. Come to the old starter over here. We could just hook this wire up to where this one is, and then it should just work out the same. But other than that, it looks pretty much the same. So let's install this now, and hopefully everything will work. So guys, I just jinxed myself so hard. Hopefully it matches the other starter. It's the worst when you wait forever for a part to come. It's the wrong one. On the listing, for the starter, it said Baja. It fits the Baja and everything, but it does not at all. As you can see, this part right here that goes into the engine is way smaller than this one, so it just doesn't fit at all. So what I'm going to try and do is swap around some parts, and maybe we could get the good parts into here, or vice versa, and everything like that, and see what will happen. Here inside of the old starter, and what could have been an issue is that this whole bracket is snapped. So what I'm going to do is replace the old bracket with the new one. Everything inside is basically identical, so everything should match up perfectly, and that should maybe fix it. Finally, this wasn't easy. We have the new internals on just to the old housing, just so it'll fit inside of the engine. But now I'm just going to throw on the cover. I might need to use the old cover. Just the outside of it's rusted. The inside looks fine, but all the new internals are in. I'm going to see if I can use the new cover, and then once this is all together, we could hook it up to the engine and see if it actually works. Tried hooking up to the quad, but I could not even spin the starter with my hands, and I thought maybe it was something with the teeth on the newer, this part of the starter, maybe with the older part didn't match up, so I put back on this older part. I'm not sure what the real name of it is, but I still have the new internals, I think they're called brushes, and the whole bracket. I'm gonna try this now. I mean, just from now, it already feels like it's spinning better, so that's good. Before I couldn't even get it. So I'm gonna throw it back on the cover and see what will happen. Starter is hooked up, and when I tried to start it, nothing. And I'm just like, I'm at a loss of words right now. Brand new starter solenoid, brand new starter, like rebuild, I guess you could say, because it has the new parts in it. I mean, I would think that it should work. I mean, everything is moving now in the starter, because before it wasn't. With this other part right here off the new one, the starter wouldn't spin, so I put on the old one and now it spins. Now now nothing happens. I just tried to hook the battery up to the charger, but it's already full. So comment down below what you guys think the problem may be, because I want this thing running so bad. But I'm going to be concluding today's video here. Hopefully we could get this thing running. Hopefully the RM125 will be running soon as well, because that crank is getting inspected by the shop. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends about the channel.